of the Dr. Pepper tournament, so he shows up. And we thought that was kind of funny he'd show up at this point in time in our effort to win the tournament again.
How did you guys pump yourselves up? You know, if you're coming from such a small school and there were only 7 of you, right?
Well,
Is that right?
we had more than 7 total, but we only had, well, truthfully, we only had 6 ever that could play.
So how would you, how would you kind of get the gumption to go out there and take on those big teams?
You know, I don't know if I've told this before, but see, and I've tried to teach it a little bit, talk about it a little bit. My eyes, I never saw height. You know, you look at a team, they're 5 guys, and height just didn't enter my mind, and I don't believe it entered my teammates' mind. We just took on whoever was there to play. We went out there and played them. We never ever had to pump one time. We didn't have to pump up. We were ready to play.
Good. Okay, so Jason said to ask about the story where you were groveling for catfish.
Oh, only in East Texas do you grab. We call it gravel. Only in East Texas do you grab a fish. Okay. And strangely enough, as I was growing up in the community, I was the leader. I was in the creek, in the river, and lake. I was out front. I got a scholarship to play basketball at Texas. I came down to play basketball, and after one semester, I went back up there to gravel. I found myself at the back of the line. I had gotten smarter. I'd gotten an education. I started thinking, what the world am I doing up here? Of course, there were snakes all in the river and the creek, and there I was always up front. Well, I said, no, I got everybody in the gravel area, and here I'd come trailing behind them and grab them too. But you're more apt to get bit by a snapping turtle than you were a catfish or a snake.
Well, he's got to talk about sneaking onto the preserve.
Oh, sneaking onto the preserve, he says.
And what now?
When you sneaked onto a preserve, like a wildlife preserve, maybe?
Oh, we did the grabbing, which is this was a part of the trail with adults. We had 3 men and two young boys, and I was one of the young boys. I don't know how old I was, 14, 13. And we had gotten in this gentleman's car, and we had driven for about 2 hours, I guess, and pulled off a road, kind of a ranch, farm to market looking road, and drove for probably 30, 40 minutes down. We could see the creek bed over and trees over to the right. We drove way back in there, and we spent the day grabbing for catfish and anything else we could see. And fortunately or unfortunately, it didn't turn out bad. But we looked, and there's a sow with a bunch of little pigs, and we had a kind of a back end of the car. We had catfish in there in tow sacks, and we saw those pigs, and those adults didn't use very good sense, and they told this other young man and myself to get out there and see if we could catch some of those pigs, and we'd take those pigs back with us too. We did, and we caught, I think, 4. We caught 4 pigs and put them in some more tow sacks and put them in the trunk of the vehicle, closed it, everybody got in, and we started driving out. We were about halfway through the drive, and there's a big old tree over there, and on this side of it, coming out, game preserve. No trespassing, no hunting, no anything. Oh Lord, we got rid of the pigs right quick, but we did keep the catfish.
I know that at Martin's Mill, your team had, I think, over 2 years, your record was 107 wins to only 9 losses.
It was either 109 wins or 107.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
How did you guys do that? That's an amazing record.
Well, we started early, and that's all we did. We had some in the summer. We played some baseball, because we invited young adult men who had graduated from college or from high school. They'd come and join us, and we'd have enough for a baseball team. Otherwise, it was basketball year round. And when you do something year round and you give it all your attention, you've got a chance to be, come out of it and be pretty good.
When you played in other towns, and you were talking about how the other cheerleaders came out for you, did you guys have people from Martin's Mill that traveled with you to support you?
Interesting you ask, but that old barn I'll tell you about, we moved from Greenville to Martin's. It didn't seat too many, but it had an old burning wood stove on the south end and another one matching on the right end. And it had about five seat, columns of seats on both sides, and we filled it every night, and it was, just no problem in filling that up. And I've kind of lost my train of thought.
That's okay. Did anybody travel with you when you went other places to play?
We actually ran our buses. We had a lot of. We had a city, it wasn't a town, so the buses did go out in the country to pick up young men to come and ladies to come to school, and so on big games, our buses actually ran to pick all the kids up to come to the game, just like they did during the school day. They didn't do it to every game, but the big district games they did.
Nice. And how did the coaching that you were kind of shuffled into at Martin's Mill, how did that spark your profession? Did you feel like you had found what you were going to do in life?
Yeah, well, here again, this is a rural community, and I knew what school teaching was like, and I knew what farming was like, and I decided school teaching was better than farming, and so I said, well, I'm going to, if I get a chance, going to college, get a degree, and I'm going to become a basketball coach. Now, I will say this, basketball coaches weren't making $4 million a year when I was coaching. It was a little bit less than that.
Okay, give me just a sec. We're moving into like another section.
Actually, before switching topics,
there we go.
I just wanted to ask a question here. You were in your senior year. That was the last time